Once you hit 80, life doesn't just change. It quietly rearranges itself in ways no one ever really warned you about. You might wake up one morning and realize that the world feels a little different, not necessarily worse, but certainly not the same. The things you once took for granted start shifting under your feet. Some changes are physical, others emotional, and a few, well, they hit your soul in places you didn't expect. But here's the thing no one tells you. Every single person who makes it to 80 goes through these five things. Whether you welcome them or not, they arrive like unwelcome guests that never knock. But knowing they're coming, that's the real power. That's what gives you peace, control, and even why did I in this video? I'm going to walk you through five undeniable changes that happen once you hit 80 and how to face them with strength, clarity, and even a sense of humor. You'll understand what's normal, what's not, and what's still beautifully in your hands. So if you're 80, nearing 80, or love someone who is, you're in the right place. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us keep creating thoughtful, meaningful content that speaks directly to real lives and real experiences. By the end of this video, you'll feel less alone, more prepared, and even inspired. You'll learn how to navigate the quiet but powerful shifts that come with aging, not by resisting them, but by understanding what they mean and how to respond with grace and confidence. This isn't about doom and gloom. It's about truth, strength, and making the years ahead some of your most meaningful. Let's dive in heart first. The first thing that happens after 80 is subtle at first, but eventually undeniable. Your world starts to shrink. Not because you want it to, but because mobility slows, energy dips, and the people who once filled your days begin to fade out. Some pass away, some move on, some just drift. The house gets quieter. The phone rings less. Appointments start to outnumber outings. It's a strange shift because it doesn't happen all at once. It happens in pieces, like a puzzle quietly losing its edges. And it's not about loneliness in the way most people think. It's more about the realization that your circle is smaller, and if you're not careful, your life can become smaller with it. But here's where your power lies. You can grow inward. You can find beauty in small routines, in conversations with yourself, in memories that warm the corners of your day. You could be intentional about staying connected, writing letters, making phone calls, inviting people over even if it's just for a cup of tea. Your circle may be smaller, but the love within it can still be massive. The second thing that sneaks up on you after 80 is that your body becomes a full-time project. You no longer bounce back, you adjust, adapt, and sometimes just get by. The little aches you once ignored are now your morning alarm clock. Getting dressed is a slow dance, and walking across a room might require more focus than you ever imagined. But here's the deal. Your body may not do what it used to, but it's still carrying you faithfully every day. The key here is kindness. You can't berate your knees into healing. You can't yell at your back until it straightens up. What you can do is listen. Stretch gently. Stay hydrated. Move even when it hurts, just enough to keep the machine oiled. Ask for help when you need it. Use the walker. Use the cane. Use the railings. None of it makes you weak. In fact, it makes you wise. Because after 80, survival isn't the game anymore. Quality of life is. And the only way to protect it is to work with your body, not against it. Now let's talk about memory. This one hits hard, doesn't it? Not being able to recall a name, forgetting why you walked into a room, misplacing something for the fifth time, it's frustrating, even scary. But here's something most people don't say out loud. Forgetfulness doesn't always mean the end. Some of it is just the brain doing what the brain does after decades of holding on to everything. It's like a file cabinet that's so full, it starts to mix papers. But guess what? Your wisdom has never been sharper. You see patterns others miss. You notice subtleties. You read people like books. The trick is to focus less on what you forgot and more on what you've learned. Surround yourself with reminders, calendars, sticky notes, routines. Give your brain tools. Let others know what helps. And most of all, be gentle with yourself. You've remembered more in your life than most people could ever hope to. A few forgotten names don't erase a lifetime of memories. The fourth thing that shifts after 80 is your sense of time. Days feel both longer and shorter. You stop planning months ahead because energy and health fluctuate. There's a strange awareness that each day is a gift, but also a quiet fear that there aren't as many left as there once were. This awareness can be haunting, but it can also be freeing. You start living for today. The little things become big things. The way the light hits the curtains in the morning, the smell of your coffee, the laughter of your grandchildren. You start to care less about impressing others and more about what actually matters. You give fewer explanations. You let go of petty arguments. You are what feels good. You rest when you're tired. You speak your truth because you've earned it. And that's the secret. Time doesn't just run out, it refines you. It distills you down to your truest self. You become more real, more honest, more peaceful. There's power in knowing your time is precious. It makes every moment deeper. And then we reach the fifth and perhaps the most difficult change after 80, how others treat you. It's as if the world forgets you're still you. People speak slower, louder, sometimes even condescending. Doctors rush through explanations. Young folks assume you're fragile or out of touch. It stings. It's like becoming invisible in your own life. But here's the truth. You are not your age. You're your stories, your grit, your wisdom, your humor. You're everything you've lived through, survived, and overcome. And while you can't control how others see you, you can absolutely control how you carry yourself. Speak up. Share your views. Insist on respect. Tell your stories boldly. Refuse to fade into the background. Your presence still matters. Your voice still matters. Your life still matters. Now here's the heart of it all. Aging doesn't mean losing yourself. It means finding new ways to be you. More quietly, perhaps. More simply, but deeply, authentically. You've made it to 80, and that in itself is a badge of honor. You've weathered heartbreaks, raised families, lost friends, battled illness, watched the world change in ways no one could have imagined. And you're still here. That's strength. That's courage. That's something the world needs more of, not less. So yes, the world may shrink, your body may ache, your memory may wander, your time may feel different, and some people may treat you differently, but none of that defines you. What defines you is how you respond, with grace, with fire, with softness, with a quiet confidence that you still have purpose, that you still have value, that there is still joy to be found. Laugh at the absurd stuff. Cry when you need to. Share your wisdom. Hug often. Say what you mean. Find something to look forward to every day, even if it's small. Because life doesn't end at 80. It just changes costume. And you, my friend, are still the star of the show.